Andile, item 6 is the external legal counsel. Ne?
Correct, Chairperson.
We have agreed on this one. Can I check with you as the legal team? What is your impression on the submission of the parties?
No, we have no issue.
Okay. So can I check with the ANC? Do you still have any submission to make on this aspect?
On the external legal counsel, no, we do not, Chairperson, which means that our submission relating to the role of the evidence leader being held by Constitutional Legal Affairs falls away. And similarly, the addition about sourcing external legal opinion as required also falls away.
You subordinate yourself to the decision earlier taken to appoint an external legal counsel. Can we then move
We
to...
were persuaded with great difficulty, Chairperson, but we subject ourselves to the decision.
Thank you so much. What is important is acceptance. Can we move to the next party, which will be the MK party? Honorable members from the MK party, can we hear if you want to comment or motivate your submission on item 6?
Yeah. Thank you, Chair. Am I audible? Chairperson?
Honorable Nombalo, we can hear you,
Chair.
Honorable Nombalo.
Oh, can I continue, Chair?
Yes.
Yeah, the first, the starting point, Chair, is on the first paragraph of 6.3. I think we've already taken a position as the committee that we're going to outsource the legal advice. We'll outsource legal personnel. So I think that paragraph, Chair, contradicts that position, because this one says on complex matters. The impression that I got from what we agreed upon is that the parliamentary, the legal advisor that we will utilize will advise the committee on a regular basis. So if that is the position, Chair, then I think this paragraph can be excluded. We are ready to take it out, Chair. Don't have a problem.
Okay. Is there any other submission that you made on this item so that we deal with your submissions, all of them?
Not necessarily, Chair, because other paragraphs or sentences like the following deals with a suggestive consideration that must be made by the committee when it appoints. I know that we said that responsibility falls in the competence of the Parliamentary Legal Service Unit. So we're just suggestive of, we're suggesting here the considerations that we must make when we appoint a legal advisor who's going to assist the committee.
So by so saying, you are stating that the rest of your submissions, like the ANC, fall off here?
No. The following ones, Chair, they do not fall off. They still stand in terms of our submission. The only one that we are saying it can be taken out is the first sentence.
Okay.
Because remember, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I then move to, or were you done?
I'm done, Chair. If Honorable Kosana has an addition, he will make it. Thank you.
Okay. Honorable Skosana.
Chair, I agree with my colleague on this matter. The only thing which I wanted us to capture perhaps if the members agree, is that this issue, the subjection, even if those people are legal, parliamentary legal services are the one who are going to appoint, they must be subjected to a conflict of interest declaration, security vetting as well, where it's appropriate, and there should be it should be transparent as well. That's what I will say on that matter. Thank you, Chair.
Okay. Can we then get the comments of the ANC on your submission? ANC?
Chair, we believe that if we retain these paragraphs of the MK party, we are contradicting ourselves on the earlier position. The earlier position said the process through which we are going to acquire the service of an external legal advice or legal support must be as regulated by the procedures in Parliament. Now, if I were to sit as I'm sitting here, if I were to make an assumption that that process, for instance, doesn't involve security vetting, and the MK party saying we must include security vetting, and the MK party says the council's preparatory materials, no, not that the council's, there's one where where they say the procurement of experts shall comply with financial controls. A budget note shall be tabled under Section 10. My worry is that we are becoming prescriptive, which is it's at variance with the position we adopted earlier, that these services must be obtained, sourced, but through the internally established processes of Parliament. So I want to suggest that we appeal to the MK party to agree that the whole paragraph should cease to exist, because it was essentially about how they envisage a process of acquiring a legal service, an external legal services, which we have said now it must be attended to through parliamentary established processes. Thanks.
The Democratic Alliance?
Thank you, Chair. Chair, we agree with the ANC. We've already established the external counsel. I mean, we don't fundamentally have a problem with the submission by the MK, but we have already discussed this and sorted it out. So it actually forms part of the broader discussion earlier on. Thank you.
The EFF?
Thank you, Chair. We concur with the ANC on this. I think it's also repetitive. It probably gives a little bit more detail in terms of security vetting. But given that we've already resolved on the process, I think that it should just fall away. Some of the matters here are also administrative, like preparing and circulating materials in advance, which is something that happens generally as well, and it goes without saying. So yeah, we support that. But the MK has also made inputs under, and we didn't speak to that, and I don't know if we're going to come back to that on page 24 under external experts, the engagement of a forensic investigator. But we also had discussed this earlier under, I think it was the action essay, and we also resolved on that, but I'll be guided in that regard.
Yeah, on the external forensic investigator, we resolved, Honorable Matthews, that those services are not necessary.
Okay, thank you, Chair. So that means that are we also agreeing that that would fall away, because that's also part of the MK submission, so they can guide us on that as well.
Okay, can we move to the IFP?
Well, Honorable Chair, I think we agree with the notion that No, the issues covered in the submission of the MKP are actually sufficiently covered in the earlier discussion and the earlier points that we have agreed upon.
Thank you. Can we go to the PA?
We do not support the submission of MKP in its entirety, Chair. Thank you.
Can we go to the Action SA?
Chairperson, we've dealt with this extensively earlier on, but I do just want to get clarity on the second input submission, engagement of a forensic investigator. If we rejected the submission, or did we not say, like Honorable Sauls actually indicated that we needed to add in if required? What was our final outcome of the submission that was made earlier on by Action SA?
We agreed with 2 of the 3 matters that you presented. Remember, you presented the protection of whistleblowers. You presented the forensic investigator and the crime intelligence evidence.
But did we say that we were going to? Sorry, Chair.
And 2 of the 3, except the forensic investigator, were unanimously accepted by the meeting.
Okay. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. Can we then move to get the response of the MKP on the views that were expressed by committee members on your submission?
Thank you very much, Chair. No, Chair, we are not allowed to persuasive counter perspectives. We know we are subjecting ourselves here to a collective wisdom. So we don't have a problem with the perspectives which do not agree with ours. We knew when we made this submission, we didn't know that by the time it is deliberated on, what would have been the position that we have adopted before. So we adopted a position in this regard. So there's absolutely no need, Chair. So we don't take offense if the paragraphs or the sentences rather are removed. We don't have a problem with that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The submissions have not been accepted. Can we move to the DA?
Thank you, Chair. We just have one submission, and that was to seek the assistance of the Auditor General, Public Prosecutor, the IPID, the NPA, and the SIU if required. And then, Chair, just to appoint an independent policing or criminal justice expert to serve as a non-voting technical advisor to the committee, just on technical points that we might not be affair with. Thank you, Chair.
The comments of the ANC.
Thank you, Chair. We want to suggest an amendment on the DA's first paragraph. The way in which it has been crafted is very prescriptive. It's going to be limiting to the work of the committee. And therefore, we want to suggest that it should read as follows. Depending on the evidence presented before the committee may decide to consult any of the state institutions that may assist in the evidence presented before it. And in that way, we don't have to prescribe, because if we prescribe, we believe that we're going to disadvantage ourselves. On the second point, appoint an independent policing or criminal justice expert to serve as a non-voting technical advisor. We don't think that arises, Chair. There's been an insistence here that we are a committee of parliament. We are capable to discharge our responsibility effectively and to the best interest of the people of South Africa. We don't think that we need anyone to advise us beyond the legal services that we have agreed upon earlier on. And we want to suggest that the Democratic Alliance should be persuaded against that proposition, because in our view, we think that is going to create a problem as we deal with the matters before us. Assuming that we have taken a decision to have a technical advisor, it therefore means that there would be instances where if he says this is a wrong thing to do, this is a wrong line of questioning, you should not deal with this in this way, we are going to have to follow that him or her on the basis that that person becomes a technical expert advisor on that field. We think that matters that may require guidance, where committee members may require guidance, it should be purely legal matters which can be dealt with by the legal services to be provided. And we don't think an additional technical advisor in our view. Thanks.
The MKP.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Chairperson. No, we agree with the latter speaker that on the second sentence of appointing an independent policing and criminal justice expert, etc., we must make use, our view is that we must make use of the external legal advisor that we are going to appoint. That will be appointed in 3 to 4 days, as per the commitment of the legal service team, to do this kind of work, because we should not overcrowd the committee with many people. We must be cost considerate, must not hire many people, whereas or for the work that can be done by one person. And then the last one, Chairperson, is that when they say we must get assistance from the institutions that they've named, the SIU, NPA, Public Protector, and others, I think we must also be cognizant of the fact that maybe at some to a particular extent, some people who are running, I'm not a chairperson trying to preempt the work of the committee, but it might happen that during the course of the investigation, some people get implicated who are running these institutions, your NPA, the Public Protector. We must be considered, we must be considerate of that possibility. So I agree that it must not be prescriptive. Maybe we can say from state institution or from Chapter 9 institutions and not name them one by one, so that it does not become an obligation that we get some advice from these institutions. Thank you very much.
Nomvalo, just say you agree with the ANC, man.
Can we move to the economic freedom fighters?
Okay. Chair, you must say it with a little bit more economic freedom fighters. Okay, I'm joking.
Can we move to the EFF?
Yeah, that's more like it. Thank you, Chair. Yes, we concur with the ANC on this one, on just rewording it. The DA, if they can just give us clarity, what were they thinking on the second point of appointing an independent policing and criminal justice expert? And perhaps we will be able to be in a better position to make a decision on that.
Okay, the DA, can you clarify that suggestion?
Thank you, Chair. Chair, the person who we're going to solicit the legal advice from does not necessarily have expertise in how policing in South Africa works. I mean, we all know that there's different avenues to policing, just as what there is in the criminal justice system. So we were thinking, as somebody that's the non-voting person that has more expertise focused solely on the criminal justice and policing avenues, to give us good advice on how those processes in those departments work, and the knowledge that they have regarding the different backgrounds that they come from, to help us to make informed decisions and to make sure that we stick to the prescripts of what is actually happening within the police. Because I mean, there's a lot of technicalities there that we and in the criminal justice system that we are not aware of, and a legal expert might not have that knowledge. Thank you, Chair.
But you remember during the meeting earlier on, Honorable Matthias has made a statement that your submissions are confined to policing.
Yeah, I said policing and the criminal justice system. That's why it says and or. Should be and or. Thank you.
Yeah, but the scope of the investigation, just to take her question further for clarity, the scope of the investigation goes beyond policing and criminal justice. So are we going to need experts for those other areas as well, if we follow the logic that you advance here?
Chair, the logic is to make sure that we have people that advise us correctly. It's not the end of the world if we don't put it in. It just makes sense that we've got technical advisors that advise us correctly on different subject matter that they are more experienced at that we are. And what we're saying is it doesn't necessarily mean that somebody that's going to come with a legal background has the necessary technical advice into the different departments. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Matthias, do you have further comments to make?
No, Chair. I just think if the DA is not tied to the to that input, it can be removed. Alternatively, instead of saying that we appoint, we can say that if the need arises, remember we are the lawmakers generally, so we should be able to have much of procedures and stuff covered, because those things come through Parliament as well. But yeah, our input would just pretty much be that if the need arises, that we appoint.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Chair, if I may, if we can perhaps just say, then I'll be happy with that. If we can say we solicit independent or criminal justice expert to serve as a non-voting technical advisor if needed. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, we will come back to you. Can we get the comments of the IFP? Honorable Mwango. Can we go to the PA?
Well, Chair, we agree with the first paragraph and further agree that it is prescriptive and runs the risk of being limiting. But I will resist the temptation to comment on the wording that should be used given your ruling earlier. So I would make suffice to say that I agree with the substance, but I think it's limiting. And then on the second part of it, we do not agree. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. The Action SA.
Thank you, Chair. On the first paragraph, we support the ANC's proposal because as it stands, it's limiting, as Honourable Sal said. And the second paragraph, we reject. Thank you.
Your reply, the Democratic Alliance.
Chair, we are happy for us to say the assistance from Chapter 9 or government institutions if we want to. It's just names that we've put there. If we're quite happy with the list we have there. As I said earlier on, we are not stuck on the second point. We must just as a committee agree then if the need should arise that we need an expert as a technical advisor on a matter, that we then have the prerogative as a committee to decide on soliciting such assistance. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. The reformulation of the first paragraph, as suggested by the ANC, is overwhelmingly supported. And the second submission does not enjoy support of the meeting and therefore falls off. May we then move to the submissions of the economic freedom fighters on this item. Honorable Matthews, can we get your comments or motivations?
We don't have, Chair. I'm just having a quick look. We don't have.
Okay. Thank you so much. Can we, sorry, can we move to the IFP? If there are submissions from the IFP. Honorable Mkhwanazi. We move to the PA. If there are submissions, Honorable Souls.
Honorable Chair, we just made a proposal on 6.2, an addition of the words "and agreement by the committee." I see that it's written as "and by agreement by the committee." It should just be "and agreement by the committee." So 6.2, that's all. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. ANC, do you agree to that addition?
Sorry, Chair, can you repeat it for me? The network was a bit weak.
6.2, there is an addition of the words and agreement by the committee.
6.2. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay.
MK? MKP?
We agree, Chair. Oh, sorry.
Thank you so much, DA.
Thank you, Chair. We're in agreement.
Thank you so much, EFF.
EFF agrees, Chair.
Thank you so much, IFP. Action SA.
We support. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Souls, there were no statements, messages of affirmation. Thank you so much. Can we move to Action SA if they have submissions to item 6? What are your
Chair.
motivations or comments?
Chair, I think me going through the submission now again would basically be repetitive. We've discussed this earlier on, and I think the committee has taken a decision on it. I'll leave it at that.
So you are saying any submission that you could have made here falls off?
What was the decision taken? So much has been said, Chair. We deliberated on this extensively earlier on with regards to external counsel. So
Okay.
we will resolve with what the committee has decided earlier on.
You are satisfied?
Yes, I'm fine.
Thank you so much, honorable members. We have come to the end of item 6. Andile, can we move to item 7?
Chair,
Hello?
yes, Chair. I'm saying, I don't want to always speak before you recognize me. I've been doing that for forever. Now, I'm saying when I raise my hand, it looks like you don't pick that up.
No, Honorable Skosana. We rotated the view, the submissions of the parties. And then each and every political party was given a chance to express its view. And where I stand, the MKP has been able to express its view on all the submissions that the parties have made. There is no single submission where the MKP did not speak.
I agree, sir. I'm not arguing about that. I'm saying when I raise my hand, do you see my hand? That's what I'm asking, Chair.
Yes. I'm on the board here where hands are raised.
Because why I'm saying that, I see when I raise my hand, you don't recognize me. That's what I was raising. I'm not saying anything. I was just saying I won't speak before you say I must speak. Thank you, Chair.
Yeah. No, if look, you are allowed to call me if you think that you are raising a hand and I do not see it. But on this round 6, there was at no stage where your hand was raised and we did not see it.
No, thank you, Chair. I was just saying that I don't want to speak before you recognize me, but you allowed me to do that. Thank you. I'll do so in the future.
Okay. Item 7 is public participation. Am I correct, Andile?
That's correct, Chairperson.
Thank you so much. What is your impression about the submissions that the parties have made?
Now, Chairperson, from a legal point of view, we think that they pass legal muster, but it's a question of the committee, interrogating the content thereof and coming to a decision. Yes.
Let me start with the ANC and check if they have submissions on public participation.
Chair, that is item 7, am I correct?
Yes, yeah, item 7.
The ANC did not make a submission on item 7. We only would be commenting on others' points.
Okay. Thank you so much. Can we move to the MKP?
Chair, as you know, the public participation we submitted and the legal service say they don't have any problem. So we would like to leave them as they are. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, you are happy that your submissions have been captured.
Chair.
Thank you.
Chair.
Can we get
Thank you.
Can we get the comments of the ANC?
Chair, I think the first point is that the in-camera proceedings shall be recorded in full with transcripts securely retained, redacted versions shall be released where possible. We don't think that is necessary because there are proper procedures in terms of what is called the minimum information security standard regarding how Parliament actually deals with the information. So our own view is that we don't think it is necessary to have this as part of a written consideration for us to take on board. The second one is a call for submissions with clear timelines and scope and shall be published. We think that is adequately covered on 7.2. If you look at 7.2, it does indicate that whilst the NA rules do not dictate the manner in which public participation shall be conducted, it is of paramount importance that a reasonable opportunity is offered to members of the public and all interested parties to be informed of the work of the committee and to have any adequate say. We think that addresses the concern of the MK party in this case. The third point on the reduction and publication policy shall be adopted, balancing transparency with protection of ongoing investigation. Again, we don't think we need to adopt any public policy in this in the context of our work as ad hoc committee, because the general laws and the rules of the National Assembly, in our view, shall be applicable, and this should not necessarily be something that must be included on the terms of references, because the committee itself cannot give itself powers it does not have. So we think that that matter should be handled in that. The last one, where the proposal is about the dashboard, shall be maintained for track hearing, submissions, and milestones. This is not, it's an operational issue. It's not a bad idea. It's a useful operational exercise that can be carried out by whoever is supporting the work of the ad hoc committee at an administrative level. It's our considered view that it's not a matter of a terms of reference. It's an operational issue that we are not opposed to, but we should not necessarily have to be part of the terms of reference. Thanks.
Thank you, the DA.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, just want to start with the letter of Honorable Tuli, just regarding the dashboard. Again, we agree that it's not a bad idea, but I don't think it's necessarily our work to do that. In terms of the others, a lot of it is already very logical, so I don't think it's necessary. It's either repetitive or it's logical. That's been touched on by all of the other points, so I don't see the need, to be honest, for any of those 4 points. Thank you, Chair.
The EFF.
Thank you, Chair. Again, we are supporting the input that the ANC has made in this regard.
Thank you so much. Can we move to the IFP? The PA.
Thank you, Chair. It's not necessary. We do not support.
The Action SA.
Thank you, Chair. We support.
Okay. The reply of the MKP.
Chair, I'm not sure where we are now, because I'm hearing, and I will hate to say the GNU now has been everything which we have put in here it's been, we are told no, it's not necessary. But the DA has I think said it that some of them are repetitives, or some we can leave. It's an administrative work. For us, we still maintain that this is what we wanted to be captured on the terms of reference. But if the committee feels that is not necessary, it's fine. The sky won't fall down. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Skosana. The majority of the members have not supported your submission. It falls off.
Chair?
Yes,
So you say the majority did not support this, and I agree with you. Hence, I was saying in the beginning that at the end of this, I'm afraid that this is what's going to happen at the end. It's going to about numbers. Thank you, Chair.
Can we move to the submissions of the DA? Yes, the Democratic Alliance. Have you made any submissions on public participation? If you have, what are your motivations or comments, if you have any?
We
Chair,
have sufficient. Sorry, Chair, the Honourable Cameron can proceed.
Okay.
Chair, there are no submissions there on this one. Sorry for the confusion now. There are no submissions from the DO on this one. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you so much. The next party will be the EFF.
There's no input from the EFF on this regard.
Thank you so much. The IFP. Honorable Mwango. The next party will be the PA.
No submissions, Chair.
Thank you so much, Honorable Sols. The next party is the Action SA.
No submissions. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. And we agree that we are done with the item on public participation. And move to the next item.
Yes, Chair, we agree. We should proceed to the next item. Agreed.
Thank you so much. Item number 8. Thank you so much. Item number 8 is venue or venues for meetings. Andile, what are your impressions on the submissions that the parties have made?
No, we have no issues, Chairperson. Thank you very much.
No issue. ANC, do you have any submission that you made?
No, Honorable Chairperson, the ANC has not made any submission on item 8.
Thank you so much, MKP.
Our submission on that is that this has to be inserted. The virtual or hybrid proceeding must use secure platforms with identity verification and secure channels for sensitive evidence. If as well parties want to reject it, they can say it now, and then we move on, Chair.
Okay. Okay, you must persuade the members of the ad hoc committee.
No, Chair. No, Chair. I'm not going to waste your time.
Can I check the comments? Let's take the parties in that rotational order. The ANC.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. I think it must have been our inaugural meeting, Chairperson, we agreed that the inquiry, I think this was a submission made by Honorable Malema, we agreed that the inquiry will be held physically. It is these preparatory meetings, for example, that would be virtual or hybrid. So we want to posit that we think that this addition is unnecessary given the decisions that we have taken. So we accept Honorable Mkhwanazi's invitation that let's just discard it and move on. Thank you, Chair.
The DA.
Yeah, no submission from us on this, and again, Chair, I think it's logical, so I don't see a reason for this to be inserted.
The EFF.
Yes, Chair, we agreed that we are not going to have hybrid meetings, and we'll only have meetings regarding operations of the committee on hybrid. So I think that 8.1 just needs to be reworded to reflect that. And in the event that we make a decision as a committee going for some reason that we have to do a proceeding on hybrid, I would support the MK's input that we must make sure the platform is secure.
Thank you, Honorable Matthys. The IFP. Honorable Mwango. We move to the Patriotic Alliance. Honorable Sauls.
Yes, Chair, we support the position that the meetings must only be physical. Thank you, Chair.
What is your view on the matter at issue?
That the MKP submission must be discarded. Thank you, Chair.
The Action SA.
No submissions, Chair. And on MK's input, it must be discarded. Thank you.
Honorable Skosana, what is your reply?
My reply is, as I said, I'm just going to contextualize it again to say, I just hope in the end, when we are finished with this thing, it's not going up to be about numbers. Like what we've seen in the portfolio committees. Some parties just come in there to support only. You can say whatever you want to say. But on this one, we agree. I agree with you, Chair, that members, they are not happy. It can be taken out. No squalms about it. We can move on.
Thank you so much. Honorable members, it's like there is no other party that have made submissions here, or am I wrong, Andile?
You are not wrong, Chairperson. You are right. Let's proceed to paragraph 9.
This was the MK was the only party that had made a submission here.
That's correct, Chairperson.
Can I start with the ANC and hear them saying pass?
Pass, Chair.
DA,
Pass, Chair.
EFF,
Pass, Chair.
IFP, PA,
Pass, Chair.
Action SA.
Pass, Chair.
Thank you so much. We are now at item 9, timeframes. Can I check with Andile what have been the impressions of the legal team?
No,
Do
Chairperson, we don't.
Do the submissions pass the test of the master?
Yeah, we don't say any illegality, Chairperson, but of course the committee must deliberate on it and take a decision.
And then once again, it appears like it is only the MKP which has made submissions. Am I correct? Okay, let's start with the ANC and check if the ANC had made a submission here.
No, Honorable Chairperson, the ANC has no submission on item 9.
Okay. Can we then hear the MKP's comments or motivation on their submission?
Thank you, Chair. I think this what we submitted has to accept it as it is, and I guess that when we say there's time frame, with stage 1, August, mid-September, the documentary discovery, risk and classification screening. Stage 2, mid-September to October, public in-camera hearings, application of audit processes. Stage 3, by 31 October, provincial report, an audit and adverse finding, implementation, and plan annexed. The Speaker of the House may extend any stage by resolution, but we hope that won't happen. Thank you, Chair.
Comments, ANC?
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Honorable Chair, can I just start by saying that it has been emphasized over and over again in this committee that nobody must bully one another. So we take exception to the MK repeatedly making statements that it's not about numbers. They were very happy with numbers when they said the majority of the committee, the majority of the committee. I think all of us are sitting here with the intention to persuade one another and find the best possible outcome to the issues that are being before us. Having said that, Honorable Chairperson, on the submission of the MK, we are worried that, again, it is very prescriptive. We think that the draft committee program that is going to be brought to the committee for the committee to adopt is going to be the one that determines timelines. We can't want to seek right on the onset to say this will happen by when. We must have a draft committee program that we adopt. If it so aligns with what the MKP is suggesting, then very well and good. But we need to allow the chairperson with the committee staff to go and look at the terms of reference, the issues that we were raising in the discussions, agree on how we're going to sequence this, and then on the basis of that, we will adopt a program, not to put it in the terms of reference. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you so much, the DA.
Chair, I mean, I like the fact that there's some targets. It makes us work towards something. But again, the committee program, the draft committee program will indicate such. But we don't have a problem with setting out a little bit of a guideline. I think it does just give us and I guess to the public as well, gives a little bit of a better framework of where we are headed and our relevant timelines. So neither here nor there. I think the committee program will likely give us more detail though. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you. The EFF.
Chair, perhaps the MK can be persuaded if we just add in a wording or a sentence or something that would speak to the program that the committee will adopt with the guidelines that is included. Because I do think it is important that we do set some goals and timelines, and it's not just an open-ended time frame that we have without saying the different processes that we need to go through. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much, EFF. The IFP.
My apologies, Chair.
Yeah.
I had technical problems here, so I missed part of the discussion. So can you just pass, Honourable Chair?
Thank you so much, Honourable Mwango. The PA.
We do not support the submission, Chair.
The Action SA.
We support the input made by the EFF on this matter, Chair. Thanks.
Can we get the reply of the MKP?
Yeah, thank you very much, Chairperson. No, Chair, I think we are persuaded by the proposal by the EFF, which is slightly different from ours, because it does not defeat the objective, because the objective here was to outline time frames and was to set a target for the committee so that we do not just work for the sake of working without any proper guidance. So, Chair, we are persuaded that the wording must be changed to say that the committee must sit and determine timeframes under which it will execute its responsibilities. Thank you very much.
So you agree that there will be a draft program presented by the technical team?
We agree, Chairperson.
And then that some aspects of your submissions can form a guide to that draft program.
Correct, Chairperson.
Thank you so much. This was the ANC had confirmed that it did not have a submission here. Can I check with the DA if you made a submission?
Not on this one. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you so much. Can I check with the EFF?
No submission.
Thank you so much. The IFP? Honorable Mwango.
Honourable Chair.
Did you make any submission on item number 9?
No, Honourable Chair.
The PA? Yes, can I check with the PA if you made a submission on item 9?
No submission, Chair.
Thank you so much. Honorable James, Action SA.
No submission from Action SA. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I had somebody calling the chair, but I'm not seeing any hand. The person may speak if they want to. Okay. Can we then move to item 10? Item 10 is resources. Can I check with the legal team? What are your impressions on item 10?
We have no issues, Chairperson.
Thank you so much. The ANC, did you make a submission on item 10?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. I want to confirm that we made no submissions on item 10. And for the record, I want to just distance the ANC from the inclusion that was made. I'm not seeing it on this document, 10.2, that the ANC proposes forensic support and whatnot. We did not make that submission, and we have made no submissions to this item. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Can we move to the MKP? MKP, do you want to?
On our, yes,
You want
on, sorry, yes, okay. I'm listening,
Yeah.
Chair.
Welcome, Honorable Skosana. Do you want to make motivations or comments on your submissions under item 10?
Item 10, as we submitted, Chair, we believe that we have to put this onto our terms of reference.
Okay. Are you done, Honorable Member?
Yes, I'll listen to other members. Then I'll get back at a later stage. Thank you, Chair.
Let's start with the ANC.
Where are we, Chair? You want us to comment on the MK submission, or if we have a
Yeah,
submission?
you are commenting on the MK submission.
Okay. Chair, there are certain sentences in this submission which are exactly the same as what is captured in the terms of reference. The first one, for instance, that the committee will facilitate where necessary via the Speaker's office the protection of whistleblowers, witnesses. I think the addition is members of the committee, support staff, and external legal counsel. Is the same as captured above, so it's a repetition. The second one says an evidence and records unit shall be established to manage chain of custody, secure storage, and classification handling. We are not sure what is meant by that. What is an evidence and records unit? Who constitutes it? How is it constituted? What becomes its day-to-day activity? So we need clarity on that. The third one is the independent psychological support shall be made available to vulnerable witnesses. We also need clarity there. At what point is it made available? Is when witnesses are before us, before they come to us, after they've seen us and then went home? At what point do we make that service available? Does it come at a cost? Is there a department that provides this service free of charge? How do we coordinate it as a committee to get it to the affected individuals in an event where it's required? We have those questions about that. The other point is funding shall be allocated to secure technology, including encrypted repositories and audit logs. We are not sure what does that mean. We would like to get clarity as well. A resources and risk register shall be maintained and published to the extent compatible with security. We don't know what is that, but that one in particular, we need clarity on others, but that one in particular, the last one, we are of the view that that is not a matter that is within the scope of the National Assembly. And we are unable to understand, to comprehend how does it belong to the terms of references. And just on a lighter note, I want to give assurance to the MK party that the NC has not caucused with anyone. We are just engaging. That's why at times we get our views supported, at times they don't. We support others, at times we don't. So they must feel free that there is no conniving against them in this meeting. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Can we get the DA?
Thank you, Chair. It was just a short point regarding the external forensic investigator and technical policing or criminal justice expert as a non-voting advisor. It was just as a point of advisory. I don't know how we can put it better, but it's literally just to have that additional expert advice. But I must say, Chair, after the discussions today, I think that the decision regarding external legal counsel would be sufficient, because such a person would have the relevant expertise to act on that behalf. So that's not a critical point for us. I think I'd leave it at that. Thank you, Chair.
No, I want you to comment, Honorable Cameron, on the submission of the MKP.
Apologies, Chair. I tried to skip it because I think my English is finished for the day. So you can be glad I didn't go over into Afrikaans.
I can borrow you some Zulu.
I would unfortunately destroy it, Honorable Ntuli, but thank you. It's not languages are not my strong point. Chair, we have no objection to it. I think some of it has already been covered, but no objection from our side. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. EFF.
Thank you, Chair. Yeah, just perhaps if MKP can just speak to especially the point of funding shall be allocated to secure technology and also the resources and risk register. We're not sure what that means, but we do support that there should be psychosocial support that should be made available to witnesses, and there are institutions that we can engage and have that made available if necessary. But otherwise, we're not opposed. As soon as we get clarity, we might be able to give a better input, Chair, or a clearer input, rather.
Okay. The IFP.
Yeah, we support the provision of psychosocial support to the witnesses. And also, but it would need to be clear the issue of funding, accessibility, and so on. But in principle, we support them.
The PA.
Chair, we will give input after clarity is given by the MKP on what all of this means. Thank you.
Okay. The Action SA.
Chair, we support point number 3, and we have no view right now with the rest of the input given until clarity has been given.
Okay.
Thanks.
Honorable members from the MKP, the psychosocial support enjoys support from the meeting, and of course with some element of clarity, and you must also clarify the other matters in the submission.
Chair?
Honorable Skosana.
Thank you, Chair. One, as I said, I'm not going to waste your time anymore, Chair. If number 3 is accepted, the others, is not accepted, it's fine. Let's not even debate, because at the end of the day, you know what's going to happen. And the chief whip said that they did not connive, somewhere. I've been sitting in the
Honorable
Chair,
can
we are not fair. Chair, wait,
confine yourself to...
No, Chair, you gave Sangoni, he was talking about something else. You gave the chief whip something. Now I'm talking, now you don't want me to speak. Why? I'm saying to you, Chair, yeah. No, Chair. I'm saying to you, number 1, the committee will facilitate when necessary the other speaker's office. I understand that. But the first one from the terms of reference does not include members of the committee. That's number 1. The rest is the same, yes. But the members of the committee in the first paragraph, the external legal counsel, where is it? Yeah. It does not include members of the committee. It's only a team of officials, including committee secretaries, assistant researchers, and content advisors and legal advisors only. You know, but it's fine. I'm not going to worry about that. As I said, I can protect myself. You know, others, they will see anyway. Independent psychological support number 3, if that is accepted, is fine. The rest, I'm not going to waste your time and explain, because the same is going to happen like in the last 3, which we tried to explain and it was rejected. So let's not waste time, because it's all about numbers. That's a fact, whether they accept or not, but it's all about numbers. And as I said, that I hope at the end of all these 3 months at the committee, we are not going to come to that. We've seen that in the section 89. I'm going to repeat that again. We've seen that in the section 94. We've seen in many committees. It's all about numbers. Why are we beating about the bush? And if that's the case, I pity South Africans who will be wasting their time if it's going about numbers. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. So we're moving ahead with that satisfaction.
Chair.
That number. Hello?
My hand is up, Chair.
Honorable Malema.
No, again, what Honorable Mkhwanazi is saying, it's unacceptable. We apply our mind, we think. We don't work according to numbers. Numbers are only used for voting cows. So you must never come here and want to call us things we are not. If we agree with you, we agree with you. If we don't agree with you, we don't agree with you. What's the point of wanting to cast aspersion on other people if they don't agree with you? Yeah, that is unacceptable. You must, no one, I don't know anybody here. I don't talk to anyone. I'm listening here the whole day. I'm sitting here listening. Where I make an input, I make an input. Where I agree. Where I disagree, I disagree. And then you say it's numbers. If you cannot apply your mind and persuade others, don't make that our problem. Here, everybody has been persuading each other. And that should be the spirit of this committee. This committee is not like the rest of other committees. It's a different kind of a committee which seeks to rescue our country from a crisis. Instead of coming with that cooperative spirit of saying, let's go work together, you come with an attitude here. And you say to us, it's numbers. The people who use numbers is people who don't think.
Malema,
and don't make us part of the people who don't think. We think.
Respectfully, so allow me to stop you.
Thanks, Chair.
Chair?
The Honorable
hand.
has accepted the decision of the meeting, and I plead with you, honorable members, not to pick fights. Please, Honorable Skhosana.
Chairperson.
Honorable Skhosana, I have recognized you.
Thank you, Chair. You know, the context I've made my submission stands. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. I don't see the hand. Is it Honorable Nomvalo?
Yes, Chair. No,
Okay.
Chair, I'm not coming for this debate. I'm not interested in it. I wanted to motivate, Chair, and we accept that the third sentence or the third proposal has been accepted by the committee. But Chair, since you allow people who made submissions to come after, so I was coming on that note as well. Can I proceed?
Yes.
The reason why, Chair, we made this suggestion, we learned from the previous instances, in particular, from how the information, comrades who sit in the portfolio Committee of Justice and Constitutional Development would make a collection of this, that the manner in which some information was handled, which led to it not assisting further prosecutions, collapsed the whole spirit of the inquiry that was made by the Judicial Commission. So we thought here we must not be silent in that to say at least there must be a way, the information must be kept safe and there must be a manner in which we are handling the information, so that because some of the information that we are going to be in possession of will be required in future. For instance, if a matter is taken to court, because if we make recommendations, it's not a guarantee that they are not going to be challenged in a court of law. So where do we keep that information? Where do we keep that evidence if we get it, to ensure that it is safe and also to ensure that it does not lose its authenticity and credibility? So we made this submission, Chair, in that spirit, and benchmarking from the demise that happened in the Commission of Inquiry, in the Zondo Commission of Inquiry. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Maybe let me do the last round and check if you have been able to persuade the members, the ANC.
No, Chair, we are unpersuaded, except on the one of the point that the psycho. I can't see it now.
That one we
on
have
the
passed.
screen.
We have passed Chief Whip.
Yeah. Yes. No. On that, we agree. We support the MK part. I think I must say that we support the MK part on that. But on the others,
So
we don't think.
the last attempt that Honorable Mbalo made still does not persuade you.
No, not yet.
Okay, the DA.
Was wrong, Port Mpemba.
No, Chair, no further input. Stays unchanged as earlier. Thank you.
The EFF.
We appreciate the input and the explanation from the MK, particularly their input on what happened with the Zondo Commission and not been able to access information later on. So we support the input.
The IFP.
No, we support the input.
The PA.
Given that there was only an explanation given on the third item there on independent psychosocial support, and with that understanding, we support that item. In the absence of clarity on the rest of the items, we do not support. Thank you, Chair.
Which is the item that you support, Honorable Sols?
As I said, Chair, the one on independent psychosocial support shall be
okay.
vulnerable.
Thank you so much. The Action SA.
We support paragraph 3. Thank you, Chair.
Okay. Honorable Nomvalo, the majority of the members still remain unpersuaded. Can we move to the last, the next party? Can I check if the DA has made a submission on item 10?
Chair, it was only that part that I raised earlier about the external expert, but as I said, after today's deliberations, I think the fact that we have agreed on external counsel, expert counsel, would already fulfill that purpose as well. So I don't actually think it's necessary anymore unless the committee decides otherwise. I think we are already covered. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. So it falls off. The EFF. Did you have any submission on item 10?
Chair, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Honorable Matthys.
Chair?
Honorable Matthys, I'm with you. I can hear you.
Oh, you can. I couldn't hear. I think I went offline for a minute or so. Can we just go to where we are just quickly? My apologies.
Yeah, I want to check if the EFF has made a submission on item 10.
No, we haven't.
Thank you so much. The IFP. Honorable Mwango.
No, we have no submission on paragraph 10.
Thank you so much. Honorable Solms, the PA.
No submission, Chair.
Honorable James, the Action SA.
No submission, thank you.
Thank you so much, honorable members. Can we move to item 11?
I don't see item 11.
Item 11 doesn't exist, Chair.
Andile, can we have item 11 flighted on the screen?
No, there's no item
No
11.
11,
Because
Chair.
remember,
Chair,
Chair,
it's valid now.
there's a whole paragraph which the TA had proposed and it was taken out. So there's no paragraph 11.
The chair is enjoying this meeting.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
clearly.
Honorable members, in the absence of any subsequent item, it means we have come to the end of the terms of reference.
Chairperson?
Honorable Sangoni.
Thank you very
James.
much. Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. And let me also just thank you for the manner in which you've handled what was at times a difficult meeting. Chairperson, I just want to make a request, man. You'll rule me out of order if I'm out of order. In my other life, I'm also the chair of communication, so I feel compelled to speak up for the media. I know that members are busy and they're doing, a number of things during these meetings. It will not arise when we have physical meetings, but can I please implore that when we do have hybrid meetings, and also in that spirit that we had spoken about of inclusion, public participation, transparency, that we try and have members maybe stationary, and also as and when we make inputs that we may have our videos on, because it's very difficult for the media to then try and report on our work when we are, in this fashion. It's just an appeal, Chairperson. I apologize if I'm out of order. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you so much, Honorable James.
Thank you so much, Chairperson. Chairperson, in the spirit of doing better next time and also just observing what is happening on social media, allow me to raise an important point as we conclude this meeting. In my view, the proceedings have been wholly inadequate and have done less to support the virtual work of this committee and more to frustrate what should have been a clear and coherent process in adopting the terms of reference. We moved haphazardly from page to page between vastly different and unrelated submissions in a manner that was neither coherent nor streamlined, leaving the process unnecessarily confusing. Throughout the meeting, members appeared to be driving to God knows where, others holding side conversations, dropping in and out, and making uncontrolled interjections that undermine the decorum and seriousness of the work entrusted to this committee. Without blaming you solely, Chairperson, this meeting was poorly managed, and I must ask you to ensure that this does not happen again. Our work here is meant to be conducted with professionalism, and at times today's meeting fell far short of the standard that South Africans expect from us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I wanted to formally deal with the terms of reference. Honorable members, can I have, because we have been here since 11 o'clock, all of us in this meeting, can I have one member formally moving for the adoption of the terms of reference? I know we have dealt with that item by item, but now can we move formally?
Can you give us an opportunity like others as well, please?
You will speak after the terms of reference have been formally adopted.
Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Ntuli.
No, thanks a lot, Chairperson. I want to propose that we adopt the terms of references as amended. And in addition to that, Chairperson, I would like to suggest that the amended terms of references should be made available to us within the next 2 days, if I were to put it, because I think that is going to be important for us to have a final version of the document available to us. Thanks.
Thank you so much. The MKP.
Okay.
Yes, the MKP on the adoption.
There is Ngola.
Chair? Chair, do you hear me?
Yes, Honorable Skosana.
Yes, no, yes, I say seconded. I second the adoption of the term of reference. Chair. Thank you.
Chair,
Thank you. Thank you so much. Can we move to the DA?
Chair.
Thank you,
No,
Chair.
I'm
I just
taking-
wanted to second the adoption. So, but Honorable Skosana beat me to it. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. Honorable Matthys, EFF.
Chair, I'd like to caution us adopting the terms of reference without seeing the final version of it. We've been here since 11 o'clock today. There's been a lot of input that has been done. It wasn't done in live time. The drafters were just capturing notes on the end. And I think this is not minutes where we can just say adopted with amendments made. We need to see the final copy and then adopt. And that would be my input before. And I had my hand raised prior to the movement for the adoption because I wanted to raise that concern.
Okay. Can we agree with Honorable Matthys that as Honorable Nduli has proposed, the final draft will be circulated within 2 days? And when everybody has seen that final draft and satisfied that it captures the decisions of the meeting, and then it will be adopted.
Agreed.
I agree with that.
Thank you so much. Let's do like this. Can I check the honorable members who want to give remarks? I saw Honorable Kusela spoke. Honorable James has spoken. Do we still have any honorable member who wants to make remarks?
I've raised my hand, Chair, yes.
Honorable Skosana, yes, your hand is up. Honorable James, is your hand still up or is it a legacy hand?
The legacy hand. Sorry, Chair.
Thank you so much. I'm seeing the hand of Honorable Skosana and Honorable Nduli. And it appears those are the only two hands. Can we take Honorable Skosana?
Thank you, Chair. And I guess it was a marathon meeting, and I hope that in the future, like as we agreed, that there won't be any future again where we will have a hybrid meeting. We'll meet always physically. And I accept that 150%. And I'm saying because I've seen this disruption in my lifetime, worse than what today was nothing. I've seen something worse in Parliament. And I hope that that won't happen again. This committee will finish its job, with the decorum which members are asking for. And as well, not to undermine anybody, and because we can all think as well. And we are not fearing anything. Some of us, we don't fear anything in life, anything. So I'm just saying that, Chair, in the spirit of building South African have witnessed the worst in this country before. And I hope that this time sanity will prevail, it won't be a futile exercise like so many futile exercise has happened. You know, some people will defend it. Some people, you know, we will disagree on other issues and agree on other issues. It's a way of life. But I hope that it won't happen that we see what we have seen before, and there won't be anything. But thank you, Chair, for chairing this meeting under difficult circumstances. Thank you.
Honorable Ntuli.
No, thanks, Chair. Thanks. I think we must thank you and thanks the colleagues, everyone who's part of the meeting, because it has certainly been a very long journey to get to where we are. I know we are not entirely done, because as we have agreed that the reworked terms of references must be made available within the next 2 days so that we can sit to confirm them. I want to propose, Chairperson, that when we closed our last meeting, the commitment was that today we will deal with the terms of references, at the end of which we will get a projected program of action of the committee. I mean, I even made a point that the program might say, now that we've concluded the terms of references today, this is what we see as the next step in relation to the work of the committee. Now, if that program is not ready today, Chair, I want to propose that when the terms of references are brought back in 2 days' time, before the end of the day on Wednesday, to be specific, let's also get a program of action, a draft program of action of the committee be made available. And I want to propose that since we have agreed that we are sourcing external legal support, which can also be finalized within 4 days, let that be concluded in earnest by Friday latest, which will be the end of the 4 days. So that at least on Monday, if we have a program finalized by Wednesday, terms of references finalized, legal people finalized on Friday, it should be possible for us on Monday to meet with the legal people, look at the program, and determine a date for the first witness. That's what I would like to propose, Chairperson, that at least we should give us until very latest, Monday, as the day at which a decision will be made by this committee. When are we seeing the first witness appearing before the portfolio ad hoc committee? Those are I think that for me is very important. And I think it's important to continuously give assurance to each one of us, but also to the public in general, that we must all remain committed to the mandate that Parliament has given us, which is to really delve into details to the extent that the truth can be exposed, and anyone who have to be accountable on the basis of the information that will emerge, be made to account for their actions or inactions. I think that must be an overriding commitment that we all share, which of course will be tested through our own actions as we engage with the various witnesses. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you so much, Honorable Malema.
No, thank you very much, Chairperson. It was a very nice meeting. It was good to listen to fellow members of Parliament making inputs on how we can best rescue South Africa. We get more inspired by such a constructive discussion. For you to succeed and for this collective to succeed, we may have to beef up the back office, or perhaps the outsourced legal service will bring a much more, acceptable capacity. Because even the document as was presented, you wouldn't expect it to be the way it was. You thought you're going to find something a bit more organized, because everybody else had been asked to send their submissions, and then all of this captured very well, everybody did. But we navigated that, and we are where we are. And that's why I support Honorable Matthys. With this experience, you can adopt the terms of reference. You have to wait again to read word for word, because the back office demonstrated that it has got capacity not to deliver what is expected from them. So I think we need to look at that. Chairperson, you grew up in the youth movement. You know that as others grow, others go the opposite side. So you're going to meet same other people here on the platform, and we may have to be patient with them, but when necessary, we must be able to call them to order and say, we're not here for these other things. Let's focus on the work. So it's important that you keep the discipline of the meeting and you make sure that no one loses control, and as a result, create a negative image for us. Because this committee, South Africans have got a lot of interest in it. How you handle it is going to be very important. Thanks.
Thank you so much, honorable members. We have had a long day, and there were some moments in the meeting that were very rough between members, but I hope that we have learned from such moments, especially that those issues that brought the roughness of the meeting were in any way not related to the terms of reference. So the inputs that or the remarks that honorable members have made here now help us to move forward. It has not been easy. We had to move from one view to another and find a way to forge or fuse those views together until at the end of the day there is a agreement on how the terms of reference can be put together, and we succeeded to go through those items one by one until we reach the last item. There is no view in this meeting that is less important. All the views have been accordingly respected. Unfortunately, there were those views that enjoyed the light of the day, and there is also a set of views that may go back to be reworked, and for sure in future they may become better views. I want to thank you, honorable members, and the emphasis that we should forever make here is that we are representing the people of South Africa, and they are looking at us. Some are hearing about us. What is very important is for us to raise the standard. If every day we can go back and look at the weaknesses that we have detected in the meeting and look at how best we can improve those weaknesses, the committee is going to be able to do its work with ease. Over and above all the comments that honorable members have made in this meeting, sharpen us as members of the committee. They fortify us and make us even more determined to do the work in a better way. I want to thank you, honorable members. We shall strive hard to make sure that in the next 2 days, the final document is released, and then we will also make sure that there is a meeting for the document to be adopted, and that in the spirit within which we dealt with the submission of the MKP on the timeframes, we will look at what guides the work of the committee, especially the days for the proceedings. and then we should be able to present a draft program so that the work can start. I want to thank you very much. I know we have denied you the whole day. Parliament is on recess, and you have been working the whole day as if it's a day to adopt the medium policy budget statement. I mean, the medium budget policy statement. But I want to thank you for the time that you have created. Honorable members might have had other commitments, and that is why some had been driving, but they remain committed to the meeting. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you individually. I must thank you as a collective and as the ad hoc committee that has been appointed by Parliament to do this work. All the best. Thank you so much. The meeting stands adjourned.
Thank you, Chair. Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Recording stopped.